Hello and welcome everybody to this Heflatv presentation of the joinDOTA League Season 2. This is the European Division 2 as well, and it is House of Gamers versus Duza. Now, by the looks of it, W5. And my name is Coucher, and with me, once again, thankfully, is Mito. And what are your thoughts on the upcoming match?
Hey, not so much. I don't know. I mean, we've seen how, at least when I've casted with you, I've seen House of Gamers once, but so far I don't know very much about W5 or what they're about. So maybe you can fill us in a little bit.
Yeah, I casted Duza like twice, maybe myself. I think. I don't think it's.
Oh, it's Duza.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's
okay.
Duza. So now you know them.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. But how come they're using the team name W5?
I
Just
think
out of
it might be
curiosity.
a sponsor of some sort, maybe, or
Ah,
the lack of.
so still seeking for sponsors. Well, Dusa are definitely a very strong team. Well, just the fact that in joinDOTA Division 2, it's already somewhat of a concrete proof that this team is strong. I think any team that's in Division 1 and Division 2 are considered, good teams overall. Dusa, though, they do have, do have a very peculiar lineup that they like to run. So it'd be good to look at what they're going to whip out this time.
Yeah, it's CIS Dota is always, well, not always, but usually the most fun to watch at anyway. But House of Gamers, I mean, they've looked strong. The one game you casted, it was versus Mongols, I think. And that was a pretty great game, if I remember correctly.
Was it against Mongols?
I think so.
I thought it was like Osliki or Gumba, one of them. Was it House of Gamers? I need to. You know what? I'll
I think
quickly
it
look up the
was.
data.
Or was it
So,
was it Compass Gaming versus Mongols?
oh yeah, Compass.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
So
definitely Compass.
I don't know. Okay. So I guess this one Indian guy isn't loading in by the looks of it.
Oh, he's definitely not loading.
Yeah,
Ah, so,
it happens often when this certain guy is involved.
ah man. So he's creating difficulties.
Yeah, I guess you can put it like that.
Okay, so in the meantime, I have a little digging to do, it seems. So European Division 2.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, there's 3 brackets for Division 2.
Yeah, there is. I think they're in the. Don't even know which one, to be honest. I think it's the first or second. I'm not sure.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, I know that
So
House
right,
of Gamers, like their most notable victory recently was over Zero Respect, which
oh wow.
has like Funzy and Kai. I think you casted that game, didn't you?
Yes, I was there with you
Oh
when
no,
they
you
beat.
casted with Heflatv, I think.
Oh, but somehow I was in the game. I was pretty sure. I was like, wow. I believe it was Funzy that played Nagasara, and that really disappointed me. It was like, oh man, if the Naga could have carried in that game, man, it would have gone definitely in the way of Zero Respect. But at least in this particular bracket, so far, House of Gamers, they are first place in European Division 2 second bracket. So they're doing pretty well. I mean, their bracket has some pretty strong teams. Dusa, of course, in this game, they have Next KZ, they have Team Coast, Screen Squad. So a lot of Zero Respect is here as well. So a lot of challenges, and so far, I believe this is gonna be a fairly tense game.
Yeah, it should be as well. And like you said before, I mean, Division 2 teams, most of them at least, are pretty good already. Some of them have what it takes a little bit more than others, but still it should be rather even pretty much any single given Division 2 game, at least in the European part. In the Southeast Asian, it's more like more stomps, at least when like
Ah, okay.
Asail or Arcanis or teams like that are involved.
Ah, okay. So I feel it goes to show that European, because there's so many good teams, it's really hard to make that clear-cut distinguishment, like between like who's gonna win the game. You know, it can swing either way, and it just highly varies.
Yeah, I think it's like, even in the pro scene, it's like some teams that they can be really good, but they're just not stable in their performance. I think it comes down to that in Division 2 as well, mostly. Like House of Gamers, they're pretty stable in their performance, whereas Duza, they're just up and down, like hit and miss kind of.
Yeah, I believe that has something to do with the way they draft as well, because sometimes they outdraft themselves, and it's always kind of awkward when you have a lineup that your teammates have no idea how to run. Um, so we already have the first set of bans. Very, very standard, I suppose. Did you see the recent stats that in 6.81, like Batrider was banned like something ridiculously high? Out of like 800 plus games, he was banned 800 plus times. Banned or picked.
Yeah, well, you can't say I'm too surprised. Actually, today I casted another 2 game series in the Southeast Asian scene. I'm not too sure, but I think the Batrider was completely ignored the entire draft. Maybe
Oh,
it was
thank God.
banned out as the 5th and I didn't notice, but up until that point, nobody touched it. And actually, that was the case with the Lycan as well there.
Well, it's always great to see nobody touching that hero. I don't know. I'm still sick of seeing Batrider, but I think today, especially the past couple of days, we've seen a resurgence in Troll Warlord. That hero, in conjunction with some good pushers like Enigma or Furion, even the Lycanthrope, it's the right click output damage is ridiculous.
Can you call it a resurgence, really? Has the
True.
troll ever been popular?
He did. When he first came out, it was a first pick material, mid solo. It destroyed just about any matchup, but then it received the nerf stick. It got hit by the nerf stick, and it kind of just disappeared. And then after the nerf got reversed, it feels like, hey, Troll suddenly that's a great hero, and it's kind of coming back. I mean, his peak period was extremely short. He came to the scene, made an impact, and then disappeared again.
So was it kind of like a Sven, or did Sven stick around longer?
Sven, he had a phase where he was extremely popular, and it was definitely longer and much more. There were several phases where Sven was extremely popular, definitely more than the Troll Warlord. In the past, back then, we saw, like this is maybe 6, 7 years ago, we saw a lot of Sven plus Crystal Maiden dual roaming. We saw a lot of like people just, or even dual laning Sven that just picked up the Blink Dagger, wreaked havoc, and then Sven disappeared, fell off the face of the earth when more team fight control oriented lineups were introduced. And then once the Wisp came into the picture, that hero suddenly was like a top tier pick, tier 1 pick. That time Tiny wasn't popularized as of yet. It was like always, okay, if you don't pick Chaos Knight, your next go-to hero would definitely be a Sven.
Yeah, I guess
Um,
that's how it went down. But coming to this game now, the Doom and the Vengeful Spirit for, well, I guess it's Wonderful 5 or Wondrous 5, who knows. But House of Gamers, they have themselves the Mirana and the Centaur, so just an utility hero, the Mirana, and an offlaner, the Centaur. But what do you actually think of the Vengeful that early on in the draft?
the Vengeful Spirit. Um, I can't quite tell. This hero, I feel like so far it's been pretty good, but it depends on the team. It's situational. It only provides only one lockdown, essentially. The swap is always great if anyone's in trouble, and in this case, up against a Centaur, up against a Mirana, the swap might just be able to save a couple of heroes. And if Vengeful Spirit ever dies, there's always a negative damage aura. So overall, I feel like Vengeful Spirit is okay, but I'm thinking more in terms of how they're going to abuse the hero, because something like Tinker does very well with the Vengeful Spirit, providing this division, just using that Wave of Terror, or something like, I don't know, Pudge could also benefit. There's so many potentials, but it's hard to pinpoint exactly what Duza Gaming is looking for.
I mean, it's just a Vengeful. I like that hero myself, it just doesn't feel as strong, but on the dire side, it's a little bit better. The Wave of Terror, the minus armor just for the earlier Roche potentially. And of course, Vengeful Spirit can easily get a Medallion of Courage on herself as well, just to speed up the process even more. But, well, I guess they need a Sacrificial Lamb, and I thought the Vengeful is maybe a little bit better than the Shadow Demon as far as saving people goes.
Well, yeah, I mean, with Shadow Demon, you can disrupt your teammate, but they can just sit around and wait. Once you reappear, then all the spells will just be thrown on top. So Adventure Spirit right now, the swap not only does it save your teammate if you die in the process, that negative aura might be able to help your team re-engage and fight back. Um, no idea what they want to accomplish here though, but I like the way House of Gamers banned. They got rid of the Ancient Apparition. Something else that combos very nicely with Vengeful Spirit as well as Doom. Because Doom, he can just wait with the Blink Dagger. Once he has it, sees a hero on the lane, asks A to throw the ultimate. Once the ultimate is in place, Doom blinks over, Centaur Stomp, Doom, easy kill.
Yeah, I mean, Ancient Apparition overall, just any hero that goes for Blink or has like Blink abilities or anything of those lines, it's just so hard to play against that because you constantly have to be scared of somebody jumping you when the AA is concerned.
Uh-huh. Wow. So now House of Gamers, they pick a support Shadow Priest. Wow, it feels like it's kind of a step back from the aggressive lineup they picked, but the next step would be, I would say, a Wraith King. Then everything would just fall in place because you've got Wraith King, a frontline tanker along with the Centaur, engage, then they're going to be in the front soaking up all the damage. Mirana can dish out all the right clicks necessary for them if it's going to be a Mirana carry. And then with the Dazzle, you've got Weave, give your own teammates a bunch of armor. You've got Shallow Grave for anyone that's low HP, for anyone that's about to die. You've got the heal as well. I mean, overall, House of Gamers, they've got a lot of ways they can play this.
Well, would the Wraith King be a carry one or just purely a support?
In this scenario, I prefer it as a support, unless the mid hero they pick has proper lockdown. Because with Dazzle and Mirana, the dual roaming just looks extremely weak. It's like, oh, okay, so you have to rely on Mirana's arrow to hit. Or unless Dazzle gonna max the Shadow Poison. But even if Dazzle does go for that Shadow Poison, it's not until, say, level 3 at the very least before they can dual roam. So with the Wraith King plus Dazzle, I feel like it makes a lot more sense. They can sit on the lane, they can rotate around, and do everything they like.
Well, they do need themselves a mid laner at the moment as well, and being up against a Doom, there's like only a handful of heroes that you would want to go for. Maybe something like a Dragon Knight, because if he gets his ultimate form off before he gets doomed, he's just going to be fine either way.
Yeah, Dragon Knight's pretty good. To be quite frank, this might sound ridiculous, but Ember is not that bad against Doom anymore because now Doom, when you cast it, it has to go through the magical resistance portion. So if your teammates have Pipe, if your teammates have something like a Flame Guard, a Photic Shield, anything along those lines, it's going to help you survive against the Doombringer. But House of Gamers, their lineup would just be so freaking awkward if they pick up, if they pick up
Ember.
Ember would be fine, I would say, but it would be awkward if they pick up the Abaddon. I love the Sand King. I already told you, it's in terms of supporting, it's one of my favorites. Top tier pick material. He can jungle, he can lane, he can team fight, he can counter initiate. The only downside is he's a melee hero and he needs the time to take the stacks. If Duza decides to contest the stacks from a very early game phase, they're like, alright, so when is Sand King going to go into jungle? When he hits level 3. So with the Rubik and Vengeful Spirit and a couple of wards and just having the offlaner rotating over, they can easily pick up this Sand King and delay his Blink Dagger by a significant timing.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing when you're a Sand King. If you don't get the Blink Dagger early, if you don't have the impact, if you get it like 15 minutes or later, the effect that it provides is severely diminished already. So it gets kind of hard, but I think the 5th bans, they are pretty fun to look at because Duza or Wonderful 5 or whatever they may be, they ban out the OD and House of Gamers ban out the Razor in return. Or maybe it was the other way around, but nevertheless, what are they even looking at if they do ban out the Razor when the OD was already banned?
It feels like House of Gamers banned the Razor first, so Duza reacted with the OD ban. Because House of Gamers, their lineup, it would have been just about perfect if they had an OD. They have all the initiations they need, all the setups they need, and all the late game potential they need as well. So your Doom can only do up so many heroes. And up against Brewmaster, still going to struggle against Obsidian. But Viper, now this is somewhat interesting as well. I don't think Brewmaster is that afraid of Viper. if you do have, say, one level into the Drunken Brawler and then just get one level into the Drunken Haze, this Viper is going to have an extremely hard time even trying to right-click you. Especially if you're bottle crowing, just spamming out the Thunderclap to last hit. Boom, stun. Well, not stun, slow, and then just go grab your runes, come right back. Yeah, so it's... I think Brewmaster should be fine.
Yeah, well, the last pick being the Nyx Assassin, so I guess that's gonna be the off lane. And looks like it's just a Doom safe lane farm. I guess it's not that bad of a choice. And well, House of Gamers actually, they don't have too many heroes that are like super afraid of the Doom coming out. Or at least like Sand King probably won't even get in range for the Doom before he comes in with the Blink Epicenter.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for the Doom to use it. And, I mean, if you look at it, it really comes down to how the clash goes. If the Pandaren Brewmaster can engage first, just blink in, put down a stomp, and then pops the ultimate, cyclones one guy, and then stuns another, and then Doom can blink over, instantly Doom another person, then the teamfight should swing their way. But at the same time, House of Gamers, if they get the jump on Duza, it's going to be great for them as well. Sand King, if you can get a two-man, triple-man Burrow Strike along with that Epicenter, and easy weave, easy Centaur Stampede Stomp, it really goes either way. So far in terms of matchups, you got to look at the laning and how that's going to be going. So we're going to have Sand King Dazzle and Mirana up against the Nyx Assassin. It's not the easiest lane for Nyx, but at the same time, if he has a Spike Carapace, that should be alright to deal with. Centaur, with the Duza support, it's going to be relatively hard to kill him as well. So I feel like the big thing would be the support's rotation, as well as how the mid lane progresses.
Well, I guess we shall see soon enough. As going over the lineups fast, I'll start with the Radiant House of Gamers, Maglev Gank Train on the center Warrunner, man, I just love that name. Although, no, never mind, not gonna be in trouble. As for the mid lane, it will be Sai Korasai on the Viper, leaving Nota, also known as Not a Hex, on the Sand King, with Ki playing the Dazzle, and the carry for the tri lane will be Malem on the Mirana.
Alright, so quickly going over the Dire team. As a Limbo's going to quickly grab a creep before going to the lane, so Limbo's going to be on the carry Doom. We're going to have Iceberg playing as a mid-solo Brewmaster. In the offlane, we're going to have Legion playing as an offlane Nyx Assassin. In terms of supports, we have Captain Love playing on the Rubik, and Capron playing on the support Vengeful Spirit.
He actually has a double damage rune on himself at the moment as well, a Maglev Gank Train. He shouldn't have any idea that this is coming, of course. If he stays here, he should have vision of it, although, will they start with the telekinesis? There it comes, can they get the follow-up stun? Magic Missile is there, they actually do a lot of damage with the double damage rune. A nice hoofstomp though, and Maglev Gank Train. He's able to stay alive, but just barely there.
Oh man, that DD rune just packed a punch. And Capron was trying to evade the hoofstomp as well, but unfortunately, barely got caught within the range.
Yeah, that's just the problem with the Vengeful Spirit. Her range is so damn low, so she had to come up real close to actually get the right clicks going. And well, at least they burn through a lot of regen that the Centaur had. Actually, he only came with one stack of Tangos. So, unless he gets... Oh, nice sentry coming out by Centaur. Really smart plays. And well, 50 gold for him, and of course, no vision anymore for Wonder 1-5. Ah! It's killing me that I don't know if it's like Wonderful or Wondrous or whatever the one.
Wonder Woman.
Oh man, I'm just guessing Wonderful 5 makes sense, like Fabulous 5 and whatnot.
Jackson 5.
Yeah, exactly.
So comparing levels, 2 minutes in, seems like Centaur is getting jumped on again, maybe a little bit.
Oh man, he might be in trouble. The Magic Missile already used though, and he's gonna go down. The Fate Bolt gets the kill, and Captain Love probably pretty happy about it. He's completely out of mana, but that's definitely worth it.
Yep, and if you look at Legion's build, he doesn't bother with the level into the Impale. All he wants is the Mana Burn, as well as a Spike Carapace. At least at level 2.
I mean, I like that he has Spike Carapace at least, because I actually saw a Nyx Assassin once who was level 8. He was off lane, or had been off lane, and he didn't have a single point into Carapace.
Oh, ouch. No, that hurts a lot.
And well, he fed like crazy as well.
Wow. So here's a little discussion that I want to just kind of throw out there for all the viewers as well as you. Do you think, are there any games where you would ever max the mana burn first over the impale?
Well, it's mostly done if you're mid lane up against just a heavy intelligence hero or pretty much more or less anybody. I don't think they ever do it if they're just solo off lane against a tri lane. But in a 1v1 matchup, depending on who they're up against, it's actually quite a common thing, I think, to see.
Yeah. Well, and now if we look at the mid lane, this is exactly what I predicted. As soon as the Panda and Brewmaster has a level into a Drunken Haze, it becomes somewhat difficult for the Viper to even get last hits.
Well, 45% chance to miss. That's not quite half, but close enough that it would be really annoying. Although Iceberg uses a lot of mana for it as well, but he can just use it on cooldown. And like you said in the draft, if he just keeps on bottle crowing, he's just going to be fine. And now he even comes in for the harass. Just Thunderclap, get the insta crit for the Drunken Brawler. And well, I don't think Viper should die to the Brewmaster. Maybe with the Primal Split, but before that, the Viper, even if he doesn't get as many last hits or the perfect harass on the Brewmaster himself, there's no way he should actually die.
Interesting though, Duza, 4 minutes in, they haven't upgraded the courier, so that doesn't seem like they care about the bottle crow as much as just having some gold on the supports, being able to get early boots, allowing the supports to rotate, and now they're getting prepared to pincer the centaur in the off lane.
Yeah, the early boots definitely do help out quite a lot. Some people are like, hey, I need to upgrade the courier really fast, but they do it now anyway, and well, this centaur is in huge trouble. He gets the hoof stomp up, going up the other way, and actually he might be able to get himself a TP and TP out of there if he's really nice with his juking, but don't think it's gonna happen yet. There's the wave of terror, a few right clicks, and at the moment he's just trying to waste as much time as possible, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way of him getting out of this.
Yeah.
But who are they gonna give the kill to?
Oh well, if he
Alright.
would have gotten the double H off, then at least he would have been able to burn through some regen. But did get picked off before, and of course the tower helping out there. So the gold gets split 3 ways. So not that bad for House of Gamers, but they still are 2-0 behind, and well, when is their opening actually? The Sand King at the moment, he's farming up with the Sandstorm. We're actually halfway through the Blink Dagger already.
Wow, that's some good farm.
Oh, but mid lane, they get the vision, they get the telekinesis. Iceberg is there with the Thunderclap, doesn't have his ultimate, but is it really necessary? Viper Strike onto Capron, and Captain Love, oh man, Corrosive Skin, almost enough Nota coming
Burrow
in.
strike?
He doesn't have mana for the Burrow Strike anyway. Oh man.
Oh. Are they gonna turn on the Sand King? They see him right here.
Yeah, definitely look like they were running and suddenly they're like, hey, it's a solo Sanking, why the hell are we even running? And then Sanking was like, oh crap, they figured me out.
Yeah, but he just goes over to the jungle. He's gonna stack again. And I feel like the game changing point would be starting with the Sand King and having that level 6 on the Centaur Warrunner. They can instantly just go over, pull off the entire combo, pick off the Doom. Or at least potentially picking off the Doom. Doom is already... I mean, Doom started out with the power treads. Already has over 1100 HP.
Wow. Actually, power threads on Doom, at least I haven't seen that often. Like, how well do power threads compare to face boots on the Doom?
I don't know. I feel like it's the least common boots of them all. Apart from maybe the Tranquils. Because it feels like if you're going to be chasing people down, then phase drums is the way to go. And if you want to be a little bit of a nuker, it's just spamming on the level death whatnot, then arcane boots is okay as well. But power treads, maybe he just wants to tank up a little bit more up against this lineup from House of Gamers. Because they do have a lot of bursts.
Yeah, I guess so, but wouldn't face boots just be able to get him out a little bit better? Because if Viper actually finds you with the Viper Strike, the face boots plus Scorched Earth would still leave you pretty speedy. Whereas if you have just the treads and Scorched Earth, that may not be enough. But oh, bottom lane, they want to go in Legion. Not a Hex coming in as well. Just got mana for the Burst Strike, waiting for the Spike Carapace. Really nicely dodging the Impale as well. They finally get it. Starstorm, Shadow Wave, and well, not a Hex. He was really patient and they paid off as well.
Yeah, and it feels like Legion panicked there a little bit. It's like, oh crap, I have to use my Impale. And then they just kind of kited him. Got an easy kill there.
Yeah, they really stayed spread out as well. And well, Malum, actually, he got his Hand of Midas from that. So he's just going for the farming Mirana. And well, if they actually take this to the late game, there's not too much for them to be worried about, to be honest. I mean, Nyx Assassin as an offlaner, yeah, sure, once he hits his level 6 and starts ganking, it's kind of scary, but late game wise, Nyx Assassin doesn't offer a hell of a lot, and well, Doom, he's the only scary part in the late game, I think. Unless this Brewmaster gets huge.
If you look at the items, Duza, they're going for the mid game because there's already a Vlad's up on Doombringer. And look at Brewmaster, he's around, what, 100, 200 gold away from his blink. And then, oh, that arrow, missing Legion. So once Nyx Assassin has his blink as well, I think they're just going to go start pushing. Why not? You have all the team fight you need.
Yeah, and well, so far, there's no blink dagger yet on Notah to stop those pushes. If he gets it though, which actually he will with this creep, if this Satyr Tormentor dies, the Sand King will have it, and well, 9 minutes in, a little bit less with the blink dagger. That's fast enough if you ask me, but Brewmaster actually picks his own up at the same time. So both have the blink initiation. The Sand King can do it maybe a little bit better more often, but then again, just blink Thunderclamp is also really strong.
Oh yeah. So with these two blink daggers on the online, wonder who's gonna get a jump on who?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A purple's TP mid. That's a Sand King.
Oh, if they get Iceberg now, Iceberg doesn't have too much mana. He has enough for his primal split. But well, with the Viper Strike, Burrow Strike, they might have enough. Well, they have 3 there now. They place down a ward as well. Maglev Gank Train, of course, he doesn't have it. Oh, they're channeling the epicenter. They're going in. Blink, Burrow Strike. Oh man, that was just perfect by them.
Yeah, they waited for a long time, just rotating in the center just in case. But I feel like at that point, Sand King could have easily solo killed the Brewmaster before he even pops the ultimate. However, though, look at this Doom with the Vladimir's Offerings aura as well as the pack leader's aura. Even the Vengeful Spirit, just by standing next to him, gets plus 24 damage right now. And okay, so now the Vengeance aura is online as well. So once we have these two, or these 3 auras stacking up, the right clicks from Duza is going to hurt a lot. And I'm not too sure about this, but do the Panda split, do they benefit from all these auras as well?
I think they should.
Should, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think if you have like an Assault Cuirass on the Panda and you split, your team will still get your auras.
Through, yeah, and Radiance as well. But since I'm not Hunter, I don't want to just say it and then and then get owned.
Oh, man.
Giving out false data.
Yeah, I think it should be. They're units after all, so I mean, even creeps benefit from those auras. So I think Brewmaster Brewlings are a little bit better off than creeps. But this Doom just keeps on pushing away. In House of Gamers, well, finally the TP comes in. Centaur is rotating there, but if they, well, I don't think the Doom has too much killing potential solo against the Centaur. Since the Centaur, well, if he uses the double edge to farm, then maybe if the Doom had been here now, 400 HP on the Centaur would have been an easy kill.
Well, he's extremely rich though. In terms of last hit, he has around what 20 over the Mirana, and net worth, and pretty much the same story, 20,000 gold.
Oh.
Wait, not 20,000. That's ridiculous. 2,000 gold. I was like, holy crap! How does that even work?
We might see a kill on Mirana if one hero extra rotates in. Legion, he's in the Vendetta. The Vendetta is about to run out, and then all he can do is just go for the right click. And Impale, oh, there's the TP coming in. Will it be enough? Look at his positioning. Legion already expecting the leap to come out, but Magic Missile, it got dodged, and well, even the Moonlight Shadow was just in case, but mid lane, no Psycho. He's fine, although he's under his sentry ward. There's the Blink Thunderclap, Primal Split as well. Can they actually get the Boulder Toss? If he gets out of range, a nice Hooftomp maybe by Centaur, but well, there's the Stampede. They actually want to kill off Captain on Hooftomp, double edge, Burrow Strike coming out. He gets doomed immediately though, and well, Sand King, he's definitely gonna die, but a 1-for-1, support for support. Not that bad in the end, although Sand King, a higher priority target for sure than the Rubik.
But that's 2 very, very expensive ultimates used from Duza. The Doom was used, and so was the Primal Split. But I feel like Duza, at some point, they're just going to go and sneak a Roshan. They have the Medallion on the Vengeful Spirit. They have the Vladimir's Offering on Doom. And it's only a matter of time. I believe if they can take the mid tier 1, it's going to be something they'll definitely consider.
Oh, mid lane Thunderclap once again. Capron gets the Magic Missile. Legion is there with the Vendetta, hit Impale. Well, oh, what a 3-man Burrow Strike, a little bit too late. The Sandstorm into Spike Carapace and Notah now in trouble in return. The right clicks are flying, and well, the idea was nice. He did a lot of damage with just a Sandstorm Burrow Strike. But they needed like one extra, maybe something like a Centaur there. And actually I didn't even notice it, but in the fight before, I think, House of Gamers, they even lost a courier. So just a lot of gold going for Wonderful 5. And well, they are healing up with the urn. That's... Who is the urn on actually? I guess it's... Yeah, it's Captain Love. So they have the Sustainer. Oh, once again Thunderclap mid lane. Centaur, he's getting telekinesis up. And what got stolen? The Hoof Stomp. Oh man. They're just...
Wow, so... really nice plays from the Rubik. My question right now is, what is this Doom making? He has 4.5k gold saved up. Is he going for a straight AC?
How does he have so much? What's his gold per minute? 589. And well, I guess it's gonna keep on rising, but if he already has one aura, then why not just pick up the Assault Cuirass, I guess?
No idea, but...
I'm not even too sure. I mean, Shivas, it wouldn't be that helpful. Mirana doesn't do any right-click damage anyway. I guess against the Viper it might help a little bit, but... Well, I think AC might not be too bad, especially if they want to group up for pushing.
Yeah, I mean, if they're looking at the mid-game, so AC would sound like the ideal choice. Plus, with that basic power treads, you're already getting some pretty nice stats, I suppose. 1400 HP, 6 armor, and if you get AC on top, he's gonna be...
Burrow Strike, Yarrow missed. Regeneration picked up by Nota, but Captain Love, he stole the Burrow Strike. Can he turn it around? There's the telekinesis coming out. Nice block. Oh, 2-man Burrow Strike by the Rubik. Thunderclap, another Primal Split already up. There's the Stampede. Come on, those Burrow Strikes just all around. But Psycho Resai, nowhere for him to run. The mech already used, and Doombringer, he comes in, he has his ultimate ready. He finds the Dazzle, and another disaster for House of Gamers as well. Psycho Resai, he is still alive. Now the Hex actually came in to help. Got the kill on Caprona and earn onto Psycho Resai as well. So actually, in the end, a 2-for-1. It really looked kind of bad for House of Gamers, but somehow they managed to stay alive, and I have no idea how this Viper survived, to be honest.
Oh, that was ridiculous. They just left the Viper to the Vengeful Spirit. They didn't take into account that the Sankey was still there, but somehow they killed the Vengeful Spirit and Viper walks away free. So...
Oh, mid lane, Moonlight Shadows, they're coming in. Maglev Gangrene gets the Hoof Stomp into the arrow for Iceberg. He's going down. A nice Burrow Strike once again by Nata Hex. The Hoof Stomp was there by Captain Love, standing up the Sand King, but I don't think they can escape. At least Rubik, he's gonna go down for sure. Maybe Blink Burrow Strike coming off cooldown. The Burrow Strike actually connects on Limbo as well. Can they get the Hoof Stomp? Yes, they can. Double Edge. They're holding on to it. They finally get it. A nice impale by Legion as Centaur. He actually falls down. House of Gamers were a little bit slow in following up, and looks like actually... Besides the Sand King and the Centaur, nobody even tried to go, but oh, now they're gonna get Key as well! Oh, House of Gamers misplayed that situation so badly.
Wow, and, well, to add on top of that, Doombringer has the full AC completed. It's just on the courier right now.
Wow. I mean, he's actually building for the items that make kind of the most sense for him, because otherwise... His base armor is just god-awful. 1 base armor, but now suddenly he has plus 20 to it. And not only himself, he of course adds 10 extra armor with the Vladimir's and Assault Cuirass combined to the rest of his team as well. And it kind of helps against the Weave as well once Key on the Dazzle actually decides to skill it up.
Yeah, so this Doom, his right click should be doing, what, 300 plus crit, and his attack speed is good, having tons of armor. 1400 HP. He's gonna be in the middle of the fight for quite a long time. But the Brewmaster, it feels like he's been getting picked off in fights, and his efficiency just hasn't really come into play. And now this is the Roshan we talked about. This is gonna be so ridiculously fast.
Oh man, man. What is minus 14 armor? Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, Vengeful Spirit didn't even use Wave of Terror. And if you look at the Vengeful Spirit build, maxing out that Vengeance aura, I just want to see the team group up and just how much of an impact those auras are giving to each hero.
Well, if they actually group up, I mean, it's kind of scary to group, of course, against a Sand King with a Blink as well as a Centaur coming at you. Both of them do have Blinks ready, and all House of Gamers grab themselves the tier 1 tower top. But just looking at their cores, I mean, apart from the Blink daggers, they don't have all that much. Malum, just the Hand of Midas still now has the drums finished up as well. Plus a bottle which has a haste rune in it, but they lose their courier again.
Oh man. So that's never a good thing when you're losing a courier. So that's just so much additional gold you're pumping into Duza's economy. And it looks like Duza, with the AC completed as well as the Aegis on top of Doom, they just want to force out fights, or at least take tower after tower. They are look at the team. They're already all set in position, and House of Gamers, well aware of this, are gonna go for the split push.
I think it's a smart decision by them as well. And he actually almost got scouted when Limbo went to the side shop. Oh, everybody's just going there, and Key finally is like, screw you guys, I don't want to be here anymore. And well, the tier 2 tower top lane down to half HP. They're still hanging on, but tier 1 tower already dropped, of course. As helping out there. And looking at the graphs fast, it's around a 4,000 gold lead for Wonderful 5. Whereas House of Gamers, they're holding on to the XP lead, sitting at around 2,500. So it shows a little bit that Wonderful 5, they've started grouping up, whereas House of Gamers have just split push, but now they're losing this tier 2 tower so damn fast. Oh man. Who's gonna actually keep on pushing? Who's gonna pressure the TPs back?
Well, it feels like Duza is gonna be able to push faster with that AC up. Now look at the heroes. Wow, those additional bonus damage. Ventral Spirit is getting plus.
Oh, the Blink Epicenter is huge! Hoofstomp to follow Double H. Oh, he didn't get to go for it. Telekinesis up, and Limbo didn't go for the Doom quite yet. Swapped back out. Oh man, that was such a beautiful initiation, but even that wasn't enough to bring down that tanky Doombringer. Oh man, the Brewmaster was pretty low as well, but he's just gonna be fine once his ultimate ends.
But it's not a good thing when your Brewmaster uses ultimate and gets nothing out of it. But
then again,
on the same
Stampede
time,
and Epicenter are on cooldown as well, so... Oh,
Stampede,
another
Epicenter,
Barrow Strike onto two heroes, he's just finding them, but the Impale stopping Maglev Gang Train to going for the Hoofstomp. Now there's Doom on Psychor, so he can't do much of anything as Limbo. He's just going berserk, he loses the Aegis though, sanking. Another 2-man Barrow Strike, oh my god, not a Hex. He's just so on spot with the sanking. Can they get Iceberg as well? Nota, he's blinking after them, low on mana, but Jörn was there and he got the kill on Limbo. Another Hoofstomp by Maglev Gang Train, double edge into Captain now. And well, Doom, tanky as he may be, he can't 1v5. And I guess that going high ground was a huge mistake.
Well, it's just how well they defended as well. I mean, the Sand King making plays left, right, center, just getting those 2-man, 3-man Burrow strikes. So that's why, like I've been saying, Sand King's amazing. This hero, never count him out.
Yeah, indeed he is. And well, it was kind of like House of Gamers. First of all, they got the Primal Split, and you said like, without the Primal Split, it's kind of hard for them to actually fight. And House of Gamers, I mean, yeah, sure, they didn't have the Epicenter, but looked like they didn't even need it. I don't know if it was intentional, probably wasn't, but them having the Burrow Strike, not the Burrow Strike, the Epicenter as well as the Stampede on cooldown, I think that made Duza a little bit more ballsy. If they were still up, maybe they would have been a little bit more conservative of how they push, just let Doom be in the front lines with his Aegis. But now they just all went in and suffered the consequences.
They definitely could have played that better. Like you said, just having the Doom in the front, chipping away the tower bit by bit, having the rest of the team just get ready to back him up if anything happens. But yeah, big misplays. And if you look at the golden XP graph, right, gold isn't as significant because you do have a Doombringer that's skewing the chart a little bit towards Duza's favor. But wow, the XP graph.
Oh, they're going in. There's the Doom on Psychor. Burrow Strike was on Limbo himself. Thunderclap, Primal Split again, but the Stampede. Can they actually escape Psychor? No, Telekinesis up. And well, he actually had enough gold to finish up his Aghanim Scepter. But of course, didn't get to the side shop to buy up the point booster. So he's still 400 short now after the death. But Key, oh, they're gonna lose him as well. Dazzle, he just couldn't decide where to run and should have run maybe to the side shop to buy a TP and get the hell out of there. But at least Malam, he's split pushing at the same time on the tier 2 in the mid lane.
But yeah, this Mirana just been split pushing the whole game, and that's what House of Gamers kind of need to do right now. They can't really afford the team fight, so oh, TPs are coming in.
Oh, Legion has his own blink dagger as well. Of course, you can't Sandstorm up against his Spike Harp as a not Nota. What? He Burrow Striked out, then tried to turn it around without the Burrow Strike. That was kind of weird, but oh, Capron, just before the invasion, double H up as well, Nota, Burrow Strike. That should be an easy kill for them, although Iceberg coming in, he doesn't have his Primal Split, Thunderclap off target as well, and Nota kills it with his Earn Charge, and oh, Legion blinks in, gets the Impale Sanking, another Burrow Strike, there's the Hoof Stomp as well. Oh, I really thought they might try to go for it, but no, they're making their escape instead. And it looks like they will all be successful, although Malum has the leap. Can he actually back off? Oh, the two heroes from Radiant are coming in as well. Psychora says their leap by Malum. Impale gets dodged. Legion didn't quite get it, but there's the telekinesis. Maglev Gang Train gets stomped as well, and another Stampede. Rubik just melts down, going for Legion next. Oh man, the Stampede ends, and well, Nyx Assassin, I think you are dead. And indeed he is. But Brewmaster
Oh.
TP's out.
Wow, I mean, that all started with the Invisrune, Vengeful Spirit, and Centaur wanting to contest. And after that, it just feels like Centaur and Sand King just kited Duza for so long until the rest of the supports and the rest of the team came to back them up. And yeah, that was some easy pickoffs for House of Gamers. Yeah, they needed the Doom to be in close proximity to be able to help out. But Doom, once again, has
Oh, they
another...
might get Capron now. Vengeful Spirit leap out by Malum. Didn't get the arrow. And all, Vengeful Spirit escapes. But oh, they're going in again. There's the hoof stomp onto Captain Love. Oh, poor Rubik. This Centaur just looks like he has a bit of a hate going for that guy. Oh man.
Wow.
But I mean, definitely that last fight, the Doom not being there, he's their main source of damage. And even if he doesn't do that much damage himself, he just helps the others stay alive. But oh, Notach wanted to come get the tower last hit. Just came in with the burst. Like, will he get doomed for his troubles? Limbo actually goes for the Stampede is there, but Nota should have gone the other way around. But Psychorus comes in as well. He has the mech ready, uses it as well, and Limbo, he's so damn tanky, but Maglev Gang Train can't actually get up close. A shallow grave, and Limbo goes for the TP out, but can't quite do it. Oh man, Nota drops in the end. Oh, the Burosek, or it was the Impale. Never mind Mika Pron. He's gonna fall on the Vengeful. They kill off Maul, Nota only. And at least that's Aghanim Scepter and Iceberg, but Duza, they've been giving way too much ground to House of Gamers.
Yeah, it feels like they're just getting picked off all over the place, and it just they need to kind of pick themselves back up. Maybe with the next Roshan, which is coming out not too long. But getting picked off like this, really, it's problematic for them.
Mid lane, they're going for more. They actually lose to Malum, clutch heal, but the right clicks from Iceberg, they will be enough, and Key, I think he's gonna fall as well now. He can only try to TP out if he tries to... Oh, actually going man mode on Iceberg. Uses the weave, but the Primal Split comes out. And now there's Captain Love with the negative Earn charge. And well, they do get 2 in return. Sand King actually finishes up his Veil of Discord. But Malum, I don't know what they were trying to do there.
I don't know, but either way, a support, that Shadow Priest, played by Key, manages to force us out a Brewmaster Ultimate. It's worth it. I mean, you die for it, but for the next, 90 seconds, you know your teammates are safe from that spell. So, yeah, things are looking good for House of Gamers. Apart from getting that Mirana picked off.
Looking at the graphs, the gold swing was around 6,000 if you take into account the last kills that just happened. It used to be at almost 4,000 for the side of Duza. Now suddenly 3.5k for House of Gamers, and well, XP 12k for the House of Gamers side. Oh man, that's just...
I'm still wondering, what's Limbo making? An Abyssal? Sheepstick? Radiance? Butterfly? No idea.
I mean, the Doombringer, yeah, sure, he's annoying, he's tanky in the front lines, but the rest of his team just doesn't seem to work that well. Well, the Vengeful Spirit, of course, it's nice that he gets the minus armor from the Wave of Terror as well as his own Vengeance Aura, but the main problem with that is that he needs to stay alive there. And if it's a support Vengeful, well, Heart of Tarask. Guess that's your answer.
Wow. So a straight heart. Once again, it seems like with the heart picked up, they're gonna make a goal.
Oh, Malum actually gets stunned, Impale to follow. That was such a fast kill.
He went down within half a second? It was like one right click each, and then he just melted, disappeared.
Yeah.
And now the Roshan is back up again. And Capron should be able to scout this out quite easily.
I mean, the one thing that is going towards the side of Duza, of course, them being the dire side and having easy access to Roche. And of course, all the minus armor they have, they can easily take it down. So that's something good for them, of course. But will the Aegis, I mean, last time it definitely did not help at all, because when Doom died, got his Aegis popped, within the 5 seconds that he comes back, the rest of his team almost got crushed within that time frame. So he picks up the Aegis again, but him being as tanky as he is with the Assault Cuirass, Vladimir's and Heart of Tarask, do you think maybe the Aegis should have gone on somebody else?
Well, he's got 2.7k HP. I think he can force down towers pretty nicely by himself. Stand in the front lines, tank up, soak up some damage, back out, wait for the heart, 6-second CD, and then regen back to full HP. Slow siege, why not? What's House of Gamers gonna do if he just slow sieges? Unless Viper has Aghanim Scepter, yeah, he does. So, I don't know, man. I just think Duza, they're gonna have an extremely hard time going high ground, and they shouldn't rush to their decisions just like last time. Play patiently, find the right pickoffs, and I mean everyone's level is getting higher and higher. And if people don't save for buyback, those ridiculous amount of time it takes for you to respawn might just be enough for Duza to go for the high ground. But for now, House of Gamers, they're playing this very well. They're just split pushing over and over again. They have the wards, so like if you look at it, if Mirana wants to push bottom, this ward right here scouts out if anyone wants to TP to the tier 2 and make the rotations towards him. So
Magalok Entry might get caught. They used the Stampede though, and they're going in on the dire side instead. Nota, there's the Primal Split coming out. Nobody's dead yet, but Sanking might be in huge trouble. Oh, the Piper, Magalok Entry in Psycho, just going with the Viper Strike left and right with his Aghanim Scepter coming out. And still, nobody's dead. Not a Hex managed to escape thanks to the Shallow Grave. Some heals coming out. And, well, that's a Stampede and the Moonlight Shadows for Primal Split. I guess that's not too bad. Oh, Capron wants to go for more, but immediate blink out now. Capron slowed down by the Viper's like Magalok countering, gets the kill with the double edge, but he's in a bad position now. Actually, oh, 3-man hooftop arrow into Captain Love as well. Malum, he gets tuned up, has to escape, but he can't follow up. There's the epicenter Burrow Strike on to 3. Well, Burrow Strike hit 1, but the epicenter did damage to all, and not a Hex. Actually goes down to Iceberg and Psycho side on the run as well. Limbo, he's just so damn tanky in the front lines. The Viper Strike is kiting him around completely though, without the Scorcher effect. The Magalok Anchoring, oh, he blinks into the jungle, he's stuck there, but I guess it doesn't matter as they get rid of the Aegis. Iceberg doesn't have the Primal Split, so maybe he can help. Wouldn't count on it. There's another Hoof Stomp, double edge as well, and Limbo. Well, 4v1 at the moment, but he can't really do much of anything. Oh, almost killed off the Dazzle though. Oh. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I mean, we saw how that fight went, and they ignored the Doom, just kill everyone else, and then Doom, sure, he does nice damage, sure, he's tanky, but he gets kited so freaking easily by the lineup from House of Gamers. Senking, if he doesn't get Doom, he Burrow Strikes, he can Sandstorm, he can Blink out. What are you gonna do to him? Dazzle, he can just Shallow Grave whoever's in trouble, constantly heals, the Poison Touch, the Poison Touch, and then Viper. As soon as he uses the Viper Strike, right, it's like, okay, I use my Viper Strike, time to ignore Doom. We kill the rest of his team. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's just the Aghanim Scepter, just being able to spam that out every 12 seconds. It's too much for the Doom to handle, and actually, well, that's the one thing that the Doom lacks at the moment as well, is just getting the initiation. Well, I guess they rely heavily on the Brewmaster as well as Legion and the Nyx Assassin to do so. But if he doesn't get the Doom up, I mean, he can't even get that close. This time, he doomed up Mirana, but I think the Mirana just completely ran away from it.
Yeah, and Mirana, it's just gonna be a Lincoln Sphere. Once that Lincoln Sphere is up, it's like, okay, you can try to do me all day. You can try to swap me, but at most you're gonna get 1 out of 2.
Oh, they might get the kill though. They're on the hunt at the moment. Legion is Vendetta up. Capron is there as well. 4-step out, Magic Missile, no leap. It was already used. Impale to follow. Mana Burn as well. I mean, another nice pickoff. I think it's the second time the Mirana dies in the same position, more or less.
Yeah, because he uses the lead too early. He just wants to push out the lane, getting that additional attack speed. But, I mean, you gotta learn to play cautious when you're playing this split pushing game. You can't afford to use a lead preemptively, especially when the heroes are missing on the map.
Oh, Magalok Anchoring almost got caught there by Limbo, but the thing is, of course, as well, that, I mean, Doom, he went for the team fight items, the team items early on, like the Vladimirs, like the AC. Oh, they're going on Limbo. There's the Viper Strike, Hoof Stomp to follow. Double H as well. Key uses the weave. Limbo, he goes for the Doom on Psycho side. Primal Split used as well. Nota, he's there. A Burrow Strike once again, and Doom, well, if he goes down, oh, the swap by Capron. He actually saved the Doom for the timing. Nota wants to give chase 3 seconds for the Burrow Strike. Actually can't go further. And now, Magalok Anchoring, actually, they're in huge trouble. Psycho side already died. Centaur gonna fall as well now, and well, not a Hex. Might be able to escape 4-step. Oh, nice dodge with the Sandstorm. And gets the blink out for the time being. But, oh, Key, he's gonna fall as well. That's 4 down. Well, Mirana died before on the bottom lane. But, oh, Capron, just beautiful swap by the Vengeful.
Yeah, the Doom just took forever for them to kill. It was crazy. Like they just attacked and attacked, threw everything on him, but ultimately with one good swap from Capron, keeps Limbo alive. Suddenly things are that just turned into what? Three of them dying from House of Gamers. We can't count the Mirana because Mirana died at bottom.
Yeah.
But this Doom build, it's interesting. Like it feels like he lacks the mobility. I would say some kind of movement speed items would be nice, or even a blink dagger. But then that would force him to eat the centaur creep
I
instead.
mean, just the face boots instead of the treads would help already, I think. But the point I was trying to come at earlier is that him going for the team items, but his team, they don't have a mech or a pipe for themselves.
Yeah, that's factoring in for now for sure. I mean, you look at House of
Jero
Gamers.
connects on Limbo, but Mirana, man, you don't want to take on the Doom solo. He's like going for one or two right clicks, figures out that she does 0 damage to the Doom and just backs off.
Yeah, it feels like House of Gamers, the team fight items are a lot more complete. They have the mech, they have the veil, they have the pipe. Whereas Duza, all they have is like what? Vlad's and AC. So it's all the right click portion of the game. But the supports are fragile. You have a Force Staff from Vengeful Spirit. You have, wow, basic Arcane Boots and just an Urn on the Rubik, not even a Blink Dagger. And Doom, he's forced into the position where he has to carry his entire team on his back. Well, in terms of at least the right click, Brewmaster, very good for lockdown, but without enough follow-up damage, it's gonna be very hard to burst down the heroes from House of Gamers. Viper with that Manta style 2k HP, Link History on the Mirana. Eventually, I feel like the longer this game goes, it just favors House of Gamers. Whereas, let's just assume, alright, for 1 second, if Doom went for the more of a utility teamfight lockdown build, for example, let's say Aghanims, Hex, Refresher, or even forgoing the Aghanims completely, that's just like BKB, Blink Dagger, Shiva's, Refresher. That would bring a lot more impact into the fights. Just being able to doom up 2 heroes, getting the jump in. Because if you look at House of Gamers, they know how to position themselves well. And Limbo kind of just has to wander in and be like, yeah, I'm walking in. Everyone's going to see the Doom coming in. And they're going to back off.
Well, he has the Blink Dagger now, though.
Yeah, that was something I wanted to see much earlier, though. But with the Blink Dagger up, yeah, it's good, but
would the Force Staff maybe be a little bit better? Because if you're in the fight, I mean, the Doom is really tanky, so he's actually kind of likely to survive for 20 seconds. Whereas if you're in the fight, yeah, sure, you can blink into it. But then if you blink in and you get Viper Struck, then you're just done for anyway again. But Force Staff, if you just get in, and with the Force Staff you can just, even during the team fight, position yourself a little bit.
I think I prefer the blink, to be quite frank, because just being able to make the jump, like instantly blink in, doom the high priority hero. It's going to be so important.
Who does he actually need to doom in this situation?
I say the Sanking and the Dazzle. Those two are the ones that are being extremely annoying. But then, actually, the Centaur
might see the
can
fight.
use a Stampede and let them run as well, so it's a little bit awkward. But imagine if he has 2 Doom on him right now with the Refresher. Then you have 2 Doom, and then with the Blink Dagger, you go in, you Doom up one guy, refresh, Doom another guy. And your teammates, it's so easy for them to lock down the rest of the 3 heroes. I don't know though. They also, it just feels like it's a bit of a wonky lineup. They need a bit of everything. You look at it, sure, this build is also good. In the sense that, yeah, if you go for that double Aghanims, I mean, the double Doom build, then where's your right click damage coming from? And you do have a lot of lockdown. I mean, Blink Dagger on Nyx, you have the Panther, you have Vengeful Spirit swapping, you have a Rubik lift. But ultimately, it feels like without the jump, they just can't break the base.
Yeah, they have a lot of control in the teamfight. It's just like the damage at the moment. And well, Iceberg, he has the Shiva's card now, so I guess that's some form of damage as well as just tanking their team up even further. Blink picked up by Capron on the Vengeful. Just, I guess, maybe swap somebody in and blink yourself out to safety. Or just blink in closer to get your friend to safety. But, well, I mean, this Vengeful, he really might have to transition into a semi-carry of sorts if she can somehow find a goal for it, which isn't too likely to happen.
Yeah, and another curious part about Dusa's whole idea is they want to go high ground, right? But you're up against so much burst. So, okay, we're 38
Oh, they're
minutes.
going in. Iceberg. Thunderclap comes in. Limbo. They actually didn't get the Doom off. Not quite yet. The Burrow Strike comes out somewhere. Maglab Gangrene. Oh, Epicenter Legion. He's just taken out immediately. Almost somehow still alive. Stampede got stolen. They're on their way out. But Limbo, he's solo the TP. It's successful. Actually, the only one to die was Maglev Gangrene there. Although they might get the Bruling. The Burrow Strike onto Captain Lava as well. Nota, is he going to be in trouble? Spiker up stopped by Legion. And well, in the background, Iceberg. Oh god, he just barely dies before he TPs out. So, a 1-for-1 at the moment. Oh, another stun, man. Sand King, he just doesn't know when to quit. But for such a fight, 1-for-1. But then again, House of Gamers, they can just easily go in now. Not fear anything because the Doom is on cooldown. Primal Split, well, it's on cooldown. Plus, the guy is dead anyway. So, are they going? Well,
Yeah,
it
the
looks
third
like they're
Roche
going
shot,
Roche. Yeah.
so- Yeah, wow, this is gonna be an easy Roche. So it's gonna be Aegis plus Cheese for House of Gamers. Is Duza gonna be able to contest? Looks like they're rotating over right now as we speak. But 39 minutes in, there's still no pipe for Duza. So I got a question. It's like, sure, 39 minutes, way too late for mech. But if you want to go high ground, don't you want that?
Yarrow catches Legion actually. Will the Sand King blink in? The double member Strike, Veil of Discord used. But they're going for not a hacks now. Sand King, Telekinist, impaled as well by Legion. Do they actually have enough damage? Doom with the level def helps out and Capron gets the kill.
Wow.
But a Sand King for AG as well. And a cheese, so that's definitely worth it for House of Gamers.
That was some sick plays from Nota. He knows, like, if the Vengeful Spirit gets in range, he's gonna swap someone out and just go for that Aegis steal. And just being able to recognize that fact, go in, stun up the Vengeful Spirit, prevent him from ever getting in range to swap, even canceling out the Blink Dagger, that was big. He died for a good cause.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, the Vengeful actually tried to, or it looked likely he tried to defend the Nyx Assassin a little bit after he got arrowed. But he just set up the perfect two-man Burrow Strike again for Nota. And well, Nota, of course, he had the Aghanim Scepter for the last fight already. Has a level 3 ultimate as well. Aghanim Scepter being worked on Kiilstofte, Viper. No new item pickups yet. And actually, Doombringer, he picks up a Basher. So, I guess Abyssal Blade in the making.
Yeah, he's still gonna get kited by the Viper all day long though. Just one Viper strike, and you're gonna look at Limbo, it's like, I can't walk, I can't move, I can't attack, because everything is just so freaking slow.
Whoa, there's 2 Demon Ages on the House of Gamers Courier. One for Malam, one for Psycho SI. So I guess, well, do you think Monkey King Bar or Daedalus for either one? Or one for, like, Daedalus,
Well,
Mirana, Viper, Monkey King Bar?
Mirana, look at Mirana's attack damage right now, it's nothing significant. And it doesn't scale well if you don't have the damage with Daedalus. So for now, it feels like Monkey King Ball would be slightly better before going for that big Daedalus. Also, like, you saw how Doom manages to TP out. If you have an MKV, it can very well cancel the TP.
That is true enough indeed. And well, Monkey King Bar definitely gives you some nice attack speed in itself as well. And plus,
Not
of
only
course,
that.
that item looks awesome.
Yeah, and you can right-click the crap out of the Brewmaster and not have to
Yeah.
be afraid of the Drunken
Actually,
Haze as well as the Drunken
that's
Polo.
a pretty huge thing as well. And well, 42 minutes in, maybe slightly surprised that they didn't pick up one sooner, because if the Brewmaster actually Drunken Hazes you up, that's what? 75% of miss chance.
Yeah, it's an amazing spell. Still like Blinding Light a little bit more because it's AoE, but nonetheless, Brewmaster, without just something to remove the evasion, it's so hard to deal with him. Oh, too bad these illusions can't kill couriers fast enough just yet. Man, that was like, what, 2 Daedalus and
Yeah,
the Reaver on
Reaver. Oh my god, that would have been just sick. Best courier snipe ever.
yeah, so it will be MKB for the Mirana. And Abyssal is up. So Doom, he's going all in. He's not saying like, yeah, I'm just gonna save up money for buyback. This is do or die.
Yeah, I think
If he
there's-
dies in a fight, there's no more. Nothing left.
Well, I'm not sure how you feel about it, but to me it's like, what the else should he do? Because if they can't win the team fight, even if he does have buyback, and his rest of his team doesn't, and even if they do, I mean, they just can't take a fight once their ultimates are already
Yeah.
used.
Yeah, they need to just go for those OM fights. You're right. Brewmaster, like, what do you want Brewmaster to do without his ultimate? He stands around, it's like wobbles, wobbles, throws out those Drunken Haze, which does basically nothing now. Um, Thunderclap, very minimal damage at this point. So everything is relying on that primal split. And Vengeful Spirit, he's actually better off dying than actually being a part of a
Oh.
fight in certain cases. Just having that negative damage aura might benefit the Doom a little bit more.
Oh. Well, I guess he's just gonna die fast enough anyway. He's probably gonna try to stay far back and swap out the Doom or maybe the Brewmaster if the Brewmaster somehow gets stun locked to begin with. But House of Gamers, Malum, he still has his Aegis, of course, Monkey King Bar active now. Doesn't even need to go high ground because he doesn't even miss anymore, even uphill. So he's just going for the tower and looks like they're waiting this out. They're playing it correctly. Oh, Capron goes in, gets the stun, but Magla Gank with the Hoofstomp double edge. There's the Vengeful Spirit aura you were talking about. He buys back a big Epicenter coming out. And Captain Lowell, he's already dead on the Rubik. He buys back as well. Centaur in huge trouble. He actually gets taken out. And Mirana, he fell as well. Doom is on Psychorasai. Primal Split. Actually, the Panda Rulings, they're taken out by Malam just with those right clicks and Psychorasai. Two mans and the Viper is strong, but oh, they get the swap on the Viper. Can they get the stuns? They do a lot of damage to him. A nice Shallow Gear comes out by Key. They keep him alive, but buyback by not a Hex. Can he actually join the fight somehow, Legion? Spike Carapace gets the 4-step out and Limbo, well, he's getting kited. Poison Touch on top of the Viper Strike. Now Legion Viper Strike on him as well. Weave used aggressively by Key. And they're just buying time for them to go for the Raxus Viper. He kills off Legion just with the Viper Strike damage. And well, he doesn't have the Monkey King bar, so he's missing 75% of his attacks. Can't really go for the Rax too well, and there have been at least 3 buybacks for Duza already.
Yeah, so I don't know. Would you?
Oh, not
if
the
you
Hex goes in,
re-engage-
gets the Burrow Strike, but Limbo the arrow misses. Can he turn it around? No Doom, but the right clicks. Oh my god, the Abyssal Blade. Sanking just melts to the Doombringer, but now, once again, you see him kited around Viper with his Viper Strike, constantly keeping Doom at bay.
Yeah, Doom is just having a rough time. Can't. You see in the fights, he's like with almost what 2/3 of his HP, so that's what 3k HP, and yet he's being forced to run backwards. Like he's like, oh crap, I can't fight this, but he's just so freaking slow. There's no other ways of putting it. And he sells his Vladimir's offering, so
Yeah.
Doom, he's going for that next big item. I don't know what it's gonna be,
Rapier?
but Rapier, he can't. He's getting
Daedalus?
kited.
What,
I don't know,
What
Daedalus-
does he actually go for?
I will want a Sacrifice, or I will want a Refresher Orb, but he can't carry a Refresher Orb. He doesn't have the mana pool to sustain.
Oh man, this is just such a hard situation for Duza at the moment, just stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, he does hit really hard, and well, Daedalus I guess will make... Does Daedalus and Pack Leader's Aura stack even? I guess it does? Or
It doesn't stack directly on top, but like they can proc together at the same time, if I'm not wrong.
I mean, really, him getting kited is just the biggest issue, and I guess that's why he actually doomed up the Viper as well, just not to get constantly Viper struck. Although, even if he dooms up the Viper, he's still gonna be under the corrosive skin debuff constantly. Oh man, this is... The Doom, he does a lot of damage. He's hitting for 359 damage, plus of course the crits coming out. But... Oh,
Butterfly's not bad, but I mean, there's already gonna be 2 NKV, so I don't see the point of the Butterfly. So...
Do you think Halberd might be worth it to just disarm their targets? Although, well, on the Doom, he needs a little bit more impactful, I guess. The supports
Yeah.
maybe could go for the Halberds.
Yeah, support's going for the Halberd is good, but not the Doom. The dilemma of a slow-moving Doom.
Oh, Malum, he's going for a Butterfly as well on the Mirana now, so she's starting to hurt. And oh, they use the Moonlight Shadows, not the Hex. Gets the Burrow Strike onto Capron. They use the Stampede, Hoofstomp to follow, and Double Edge to get the kill. Can they get maybe Legion as well? They shouldn't have enough. Oh, Arrow. A little bit too late and would have been off target anyway, I think. But Limbo, 4.6k in the bank, and actually Malum, he has more net worth now than the Doom on the Mirana, but nevertheless, Mirana actually, since she is way more mobile, has more spells to her usage maybe as well. And of course doesn't get kited around like the Doombringer, so she does a lot more damage in the fights.
Yeah, it's just the maneuverability of the hero. I mean, like I saw in the chat people were comparing Vengeful Spirit with Mirana, but it's just not even on the same page. Vengeful Spirit 101, sure you can out deeps the Mirana, but that's kind of it along the same line as like what if you give Lone Druid a basher on the hero and the bear, and then you stack up on a bunch of like Skadi, all these orb effects, right? No one's gonna be able to fight the Lone Druid 1-on-1. At least in most cases, like, but it's about like just it's not that the raw one-on-one that makes a huge difference, but as well as how each hero plays into the team. And Mirana just being so versatile and being able to split push, being able to offer the Moonlight Shadow for your teammates to initiate and disengage, as well as just having okay item growth. So I guess it makes a lot more sense. Plus, Mirana's farming capabilities are much better than the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, indeed, her range will just has nothing else to do than go right click. Oh, Legion actually goes aggressive on the center. Does he get the follow up in time? He uses the Stampede. Not a Hex comes in as the Sacrificial Lamb, gets Abyssal bladed up and taken out. But well, I actually don't know which is the better hero to keep alive, the Sand King or the Centaur. I mean, Sand King doesn't have buyback either, whereas the Centaur would have had.
This pause, it has to be for Limbo to think about his next item. He's like, yo guys, pause. What should I get next? I've got 6k gold on me. Divine Rapier sounds good, but I'm gonna get kited, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Instead he's gonna get an Aegis.
I mean, Boots of Travel, just get the damn boots, that would already make you faster.
I don't know, like, yeah, Boots of Travel is always great, but when you get slow by 80%, I don't know what kind of movement speed are you looking for.
Oh man. Just get Lincoln Sphere, dodge Viper Strike.
Lincoln Sphere, man. But he can still right click you with those the poison attacks.
Attack, yeah.
Yeah, and those will still slow you significantly. 40% slow and 40 attack slow. But I mean, just having Viper Strike plus the poison attack, the Doom is essentially like his movement speed is like the same as a hexed up unit. 150 if I'm not wrong.
Oh man. Oh, the Viper Strike, no, he gets the blink out before. What? Can they actually catch anybody, Legion? Just massive blinks. Oh man, how many blinks do we actually have on the table?
Oh, this arrow?
Oh, Capron eats an arrow in the back. Can they actually follow up? Malum wants to go for it. Right clicks. Oh, that damage coming out. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Yeah. I feel like Duza, if they had a backup carry, this game would have been very, very good, If they had, say, something ridiculous, like throw in a sniper. Sniper would have been, well, he would have gotten wrecked, but let's just assume, right, like, someone with a good range can stand in the back,
well,
Doom in the front lines, and then the other damage DPS guy just right clicks away in the back.
If they had a sniper with the farm that the Doombringer does, this would be GG.
Yeah, the game would have been much different. Plus, they can siege, I mean, the sniper just stands in the back, drops the shrapnel, right click, like a dirty old.
Why does... Okay, Doom. Oh, he buys the Boots of Travels. Thank baby Jesus. But I was like, when he has 8k gold, why just not buy it up? You don't have any other item slots anyway until you lose the Aegis. Oh man.
I don't know what he wants. I don't even think he knows what he wants.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, oh, I like this item, but well, that's useless. Thinking about other items, oh, they're all useless. So I think he's just not gonna buy anything.
Do we have anything in this game that cures slow movement speed? Getting slowed into oblivion.
Well, I mean, Viper Strike goes through BKB, so that wouldn't help. Oh,
and if you get Lincolns, it gets procced so easily as well. And plus, getting a Lincolns just for a Viper Strike. Viper Strike cooldown is like, what, 12 seconds. So, either way, your Lincolns is going to be pretty darn useless. I don't know, man.
I guess Refresher Orb, just double Doom. That's...
I would like to see him sell that Blink Dagger and just go for a Sheep Stick and a Refresher Orb. That would be the best possible lockdown you're going to ever have. That's 2 Dooms, 2 Sheep, 2 Abyssal. What more can you potentially ask for in terms of lockdown?
Indeed, I mean, really, he needs to Doom up the Viper not to get Viper struck, but he needs to Doom up other targets as well. And of course, like you said, the Hex, double Abyssal Blade, I mean, it might be enough, but, well, to get both of those items, he needs to keep on farming for another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. Well, he can afford half of the item we're talking about. So right now he has the money for a Sheep Stick or for a Refresher Orb, but he doesn't have the mana pool. to sustain the refresher orb, so he definitely needs to get that sheepstick first.
Oh man, I would never have thought this game is like 52 plus minutes at the start of the game, or like 5 to 10 minutes into the game.
Well, didn't you ask a question like who's gonna win the game late game?
Yeah. Damn me
So-
and my big mouth.
You're getting your questions answered,
Well,
and
man,
so far it
I
looks
love
like
long
it's-
games as long as well. It's not too action packed at the moment, or at least not too many kills, but somehow it's still like semi intense or so. But of course, man, thank God that you came to cast this with me. If I would have been alone, I would have been so out of words like 50 minutes ago already.
Well, be careful for what you wish for, man. You want long games. Do you remember the game that AC casted in TI3? I think it was IG versus DK. That game went on to be like what 100-minute game, and then AC ran out of things to say because both teams weren't doing anything. They were just farming away.
Did he cast
for, like,
solo?
I can't quite remember. It was just,
Because
remember
I
he
was in the
couldn't-
army during TI3, so I didn't actually see it.
Oh man,
It
you should go
sucked
back and
donkey
watch the match. It sucked balls for an hour straight. Like both teams were afraid to engage, and everyone just waited. And Loncher got to like what 12 items, and couldn't carry the game.
Oh man. Well, I did cast like not on live, but because nobody else casted it, I casted the longest game in Dota history, 4FC versus Dog, I think it was, like
Oh, you were in that game?
126 or 120 something minutes. Oh, it was quite fun, to be honest. It was so funny to see how Dog, they raged so bad because they were up against an Ember Spirit
Uh-huh.
and they just couldn't
Oh, I
push
remember.
base.
Yeah. I
Oh,
remember that.
Arrow onto Capron. Oh, they used the Stampede. They want to get that kill so bad. The Hoof Stomp is there. He doesn't get the double H thanks to a nice 4-step, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh man, that
What?
sounded like a Linkin Park song.
Was that the game where like the Ember Spirit has 2 Divine Rapiers on himself and like another 2 in the courier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that game. The frustration, they just couldn't end the
Yeah.
game.
They were like, but the thing is, 4FC, I mean, they were on the back foot. They had the Ember Spirit, but they didn't leave their base. And the enemy team, I don't remember which player it was, but it was, oh goddamn guys, you're such fucking pussies. Come out of your base for once. That was
Are
the
we gonna get
funniest part,
games
man.
similar?
That one guy raging.
Well, right now it feels like Duza, they're trapped in their base pretty much,
Oh.
but they don't have an Ember Spirit. What they have is a Doom, and Doom late game just doesn't offer the same things that Ember Spirit
What?
would offer, or a hero like say
Limbo is going for a Monkey King bar.
Oh,
Will his
Dude.
courier die though? No.
this doesn't make any sense. I think this is a horrible choice. NKB, your problem isn't your right click damage. Your problem is you can't even get close enough to right click. So how does the MKB help you? I have no idea. Okay, but whereas if you sheep up someone, right, it naturally removes the evasion. So I don't see the point of an MKB over a scythe.
Oh, Capron eats another arrow as they lose their melee. Rex Impale misses. Viper strike up. Oh, Limbo, he goes in. Iceberg is there as well. Thunderclap, but Stampede, they just get all out. Psychorsa, he gets stunned by the boulder toss. They are still alive. And oh, there's the epicenter coming in. Limbo, he's dropping down to half HP. But now, all the burst is done. And well, he's just going to town. Kills off the Sanking Psychorsa. He's already low. Does escape. There's the mech. Oh, a nice Legion Impale coming out. And Maglev Gangtrain, he might have to escape. Actually, oh, Limbo died. But the buys back, coming into the party. And so far, not that bad. Captain Lau, a nice hoofstomp coming out. Limbo is there again. And there's Iceberg. They actually kill off one. Going for key next. Oh, those crits by Limbo. 1,100. Oh my damn. And Centaur now, well, under the guise of the Moonlight Shadows, he's going to be fine for the time being. Can blink away to safety soon enough. But Limbo, man, those crits, if he actually gets in range, he's just killing people.
Nobody has an item slot to pick up the gem now. Oh man.
Oh.
Wow, so that fight, even though it seems like Duza won, there was a buyback on the Doombringer, and I'm not sure if anyone else bought back.
No.
But that was costly, so for the next couple of minutes, Doom isn't gonna have to buy back. So if House of Gamers, once they respawn, make sure that they themselves have the buyback. Let's see, take a quick look. So yeah, everyone else on the House of Gamers have buyback, so they can't force this up. They can't force the issue. But I don't know. Doom, he was just in the back trying to chop the Centaur. It was kind of interesting to watch. It's like, okay, so the damaged right clickers what Viper and Mirana, and you're just going for the tanky hero, the Centaur, who has what 3.5k HP, has AC, has heart, and I don't know.
Well,
At this point, Centaur hurts quite a bit as well, but it's still nothing compared to what the Mirana and the Viper does.
yeah, and actually, one huge item pickup at the moment is Nyx Assassin. He has a sheep stick now.
Oh, okay. That's
that's-
some of the lockdown they desperately needed.
And well, Iceberg at the moment, well, he bought the Vladimir's offering just as Doom sold his own. So they made sure that they actually have the extra damage as well as well the lifesteal for the Doom actually at the moment. It's pretty good for him since he hits so damn hard, especially if the Vengeance Aura is there. He's hitting for 531 damage. Man, plus of course Monkey King procs for what is it, 80, no, 100 damage for the mini bash. So he hurts a lot, and thank God for the pack aura. Oh, Iceberg, he gets Burrow Strike up. Can he go? He's gonna go down maybe. Nice swap again by Capron, man. He's just saving Iceberg, and now Ki, he goes down. Can they get more Doom onto the center? He already used his ultimate though, so not the best target. And Limbo trying to go for the TP out. Oh man, he's successful. If he would have gone down there, that would have been the end because the buyback on cooldown. But man,
Well,
why would you Doom up the center like that?
Not only that, why did House of Gamers kill the Earth Panda? If they didn't kill the Earth Panda, they could have kept Brewmaster in like in close vicinity. They killed the Earth Panda, so what's it? The Thunder Panda
Yeah,
thing
Storm
just
Panda.
ran away. Yeah. Storm Panda just got away.
Oh man, they were just like, oh, maybe they thought that the storm already died somewhere, just casual damage, and thought the Earth Panda is the last one.
Don't they have a gem? Yeah, there was a gem on Centaur, so they would have seen it.
Does
I don't. Maybe it
Doom
was picked up. after
disable the
fight.
gem as well, if you're doomed up?
Ew.
Next level plays by Limbo, that's why he doomed the Centaur.
I don't know, but why would you do a Centaur?
I don't know, I mean,
Stampede was already
he already,
used, right?
oh, they get the
It's not-
Hex, but Stampede, once again to get them out of trouble, Hoofstomp off target. Limbo doesn't have his ultimate quite yet. Oh, the swap comes out. Can they kill out the center? He's tanky. Will they go for the Abyssal Blade? Yes, they will. But oh, a nice Burrow Strike once again by not the Hex. He's always on spot, and Limbo 5-second arrow on him. But Captain Love stole the Burrow Strike, going for Maglev Gang Train. There's the Shallow Grave coming out. Mjolnir as well. And well, Nyx goes down. Centaur, he's still alive, and Iceberg uses the cheese, but well, he's slowed down so much. Does he have actually buyback? Yes, he does. Captain Love gets the blink out just before they came for him, and he's gonna TP out safely. But this Centaur, man, oh god, they were so close to bringing him down. But, well, Weave ticking away on the plus armor, Shallow Grave, and he has an Assault Cuirass on top, plus another 5k gold. Boots of Travels for him, and well, I guess a secondary Heart of Tarask soon.
Yeah, so it's gonna be what? Aegis and Cheese. One's gonna be for the Viper, the other one's either gonna be for Sand King or Dazzle. Because this Mirana's pretty much maxed out as well.
Oh man, I actually didn't even see that Psychorus on the Viper picked up a heart at some point as well. How are you
Yeah.
supposed to kill the Viper? He has 60, well, 43% magic resistance? Is that a little bit off? I'm not too sure even.
Just doom in and ignore him, please.
Yeah.
That's a-
3.5k
that's a
HP, they're just all so damn tanky. And well now, do we see the Rex fall after I don't know what? Well, the range Rex have been down, well, oh man, there's just so
It's
much
the
damage
worst.
coming out now. They even used the Weave, so Doom, he won't do any damage because there's just so much armor on the heroes of House of Gamers, and I think this might be it unless Duza, they go for something massive. Fate Bolt didn't even tickle them.
Fable for the win. Minus damage.
Yeah, I mean, they need to just make the Vengeful die, like you said before, for the minus damage. That's the best
He
choice.
just needs to run in and suicide.
Yeah. They can't even initiate. Oh, now Captain Love goes in with the Burrow Strike. Limbo is there as well. But another Burrow Strike, and Limbo will no BKB. He's just going down. The right clicks are there. Pipe used, and I think this is GG. The swap comes out by Capron. Not too useful. There's the 4-step as well. Only one hero dead so far. It's Captain Love. Now Capron falls, and well, Limbo, he's down for the count. No buyback for him. Another 7 seconds on cooldown. Almost as it, but they're gonna have mega creeps against them by the time he gets back up. Oh man, they're gonna kill off the Brewlings now as well, I think. Panda, can he get the blink out? Nope, Sandstorm to stop it. Viper Strike up, and well, now Limbo is back. Can they actually defend? They're up against Mega Creeps. If they get the kills, if they kill them multiple times over, maybe what Limbo. Well, even the poison touch is kiting him around, and Legion goes down to Psycho SI Limbo, trying to do whatever he can, but they're just ignoring him, going for Iceberg, and GG gets called as Limbo. Well, now 1 against 5. This game, they actually held on really well, but this Doombringer, just Viper completely wrecking him.
I feel like they would have had a shot if he went for different items. But nonetheless, it was a great game. I thoroughly enjoyed it, so
Yeah,
hope the viewers did as well.
indeed it was. And 62 minutes in, finally House of Gamers win the game. And well, it was their game to lose, to be honest, with just the heroes they had for the late game. It would have been kind of surprising if somehow Duza would have been able to win. But I guess this is it for game number 1, but this is a 2-game series, so game number 2 is gonna come straight up. If you liked what we did, be sure to follow us on Twitch, as well as our social media, Facebook and twitter.com/Heflatv, to know when we're going live and with what games. But just some music in between this game and game number 2.